So today we have a little bit of a Sephora haul with a couple of new products. One, the GXVE Blush, which is in a lavender color, and I'm into lavender. I got a new mascara for me. This is the Dior, one of the few brands in Sephora that does a brown, and we're going to give that a try. And two brand new products from Merit Beauty. These are their new eyeshadows, and I have two colors. I also got the brush, which is double-ended and dirty. we're not going to worry about that. And I'm also picked up these Natasha Denona lip. I got one of these, which I think is somewhat new. And later on, as we go through everything, I'll definitely tell you what colors we're working with. A teeny bit warm. If it's not raining, pouring, it's a little warm. I think we're going to start with the eyes. I've already put on my foundation, and today I'm wearing the Kevyn Aucoin Etherealist, and I love this. And this is the time of year where it really suits me color-wise. I didn't bring it down my neck, so let's just do a little bit of that so we can get everything a little more even. Okay, we're going to pretend that everything is matching. Let's pretend that. And let's go on with these eyeshadows first. These are solo shadows, and I got two. This is the color Studio. Looks like this. To me, this is a warm brown, but they're saying it's a cool brown. This is what the back looks like. And this is what the swatch looks like. This is a fabulous shade for just putting all over the eye when you don't want something too dark. But like me, you're hooded and you just need a little bit of shade. And I've tried these. I've had these for a little bit. They stay. In fact, my hand is a little sweaty and has some emollients on it. We're going to take a look at this in 15 minutes and you will see. And this is the color Nelson. Looks like that, and they're saying it's gray, and it is. It looks black, I'm sure, but it's gray. And you could probably easily just thin this out to get that gray and then use it as a liner to get that darkness. You can use these with your finger or with the brush, and the brush is pretty amazing. Usually I don't buy the brushes that come with things, and I don't suggest that people waste their time, but in this particular case I kind of do, to tell you the truth. I'm just going to go on with this first so you can see how easy this is to get an easy look with your fingers. I'm just going to pat it on and be careful because I'm a little bit of a fat finger gal. And then stamp it where my crease would be if I had one. And super, super simple. Do you see the look? From this to this, it makes all the difference. This eye looks more open, and it looks brighter, and it looks bigger. And this is going to stay. So you just need a few minutes, and I'm telling you, these do not crease, they do not transfer. They're really a little bit of a miracle. And I feel that this shade in particular, you could use it like the MAC Paint Pot, where it's a base for something else. But for me, this is something I would use on a daily basis where I need to do something for my eyes, but I don't want a lot of color. I don't want it to be too obvious. And lately I've been doing a lot of grays, but the grays are hard because they're usually a little too dark and they do look obvious, where I feel this doesn't. I also do bronzer sometimes, but cream bronzers are very creamy, so they're going to get shiny and they crease like crazy. So this kind of gives you the same look you would get with a bronzer without the creasing. Stays forever. I do want to go on with the gray, but first I'm just going to finish this eye so you can see what the finished look looks like. A little tight lining with my beloved Hourglass. I've tried drugstore, I've tried Sephora brand, I've tried lots, and none of them stay like this one does. And let's keep it simple and just do mascara and call it a day. So this is the Dior Show Mascara Volume 24-Hour Wear Buildable Volume Mascara. Looks like yay. And the wand is like a Christmas tree, which I kind of like. Lately, really, it's been a couple of months. I've stopped doing, just kind of forgotten to do my lash serum, and I really am noticing a difference. So I just started back up a few days ago. It really requires that you are consistent, but my lashes right now, super not happening. But look at that. That's a really fluttery, pretty lash. It is lengthening, but it's not goopy. You know what I mean? It's not clumpy. It almost looks like a false eyelash, but not the kind that they make right now anyway, where it's really super thick. But I like this. Side to side, I'm for it. And I like that it's brown because black can be very hard on people who have small eyes. It can make your eyes look smaller. And I love my Charlotte Tilbury, of course, and I love that color, but this color doesn't have the red in it that the Charlotte Tilbury does. So I'm happy to have another brown, and there's both of them. I think this is pretty nice. We can try to build it. I'm not someone who builds mascara, and I always wonder, do you have to let your mascara dry before you go on with another? In my experience, whenever I've done that, it's Clump City. Oh, that's pretty. 2, 1. Yeah, so that's a very easy eye where there's not much going on, but there's enough going on. Do you know what I mean? I want the mascara to dry before I go on with the other color. So let's take a look at this Give Blush. Feeling Cheeky, Amplifying, really? Blush Duo. So there's something that is matte in here, and there's something that is shimmery or glowy in here. This is called Honeymoon Phase, and you know that lavenders are something I'm kind of interested in. Now this is nowhere near the Valentino. We'll just do a little side by side here. Here's the Valentino. I mean, to your average person, I think they'd say, yeah, they're kind of similar. But I don't think so. But if it were, it would be to this one. But I think it's kind of a combo of both. And I happen to love this color, and I love this formula. So we're going to figure out which one is matte. I think it's this one. And there they are. I didn't do a very good swatch with that. And I hate, because now I got my fingerprint in there. Never good. Oh yeah, this one has a lightness, a shimmer that's really, really pretty. This one scares me a little bit. I'm going in with my Hakuhodo. This is Squirrel. Very soft, and you can coax it to not pick up too much. But I'm barely touching, and it's picking up quite a bit. So I'm just going to even it up on the brush and take it off on my hand and go in. I'm not powdered my face, but there's no problems. There's no doubt in my mind that this can be built up. Okay. So I kind of messed this up with the moistness of my fingers. I'm sorry. Oh, it went away. Okay. Yay. And let's just see. I have a little sheen, you know. I haven't powdered my face yet, but I want to see what's going on here. Ooh. Okay, with, without. I've used this one other time, but I just mixed both colors together. And now I feel like I do have a little too much on, but that's what that looks like. I think I did a little too much of the shimmer on this side, and it's making it a little lighter. So I'm just going to clean the brush and work it a little bit. There we go. This side I think is fine. Let's go on with the lip, and then we're going to try the other Merit color. So this is the Natasha Denona My Dream lipstick, and I'm kind of wondering, do I have this already? It's tough when you have a lot of lipsticks. I can find my palettes, but with my lipsticks, it's a little much, but it's cool. And when I tried it on the store, I thought, hey, I think I can wear this. I need a new lip crayon in Cala, because I definitely need that. What do you think? I think I can just get away with this. All right, I'm back. I powdered my face a little bit to help with the shine. Not all of that shine was from my sunscreen. It is warm in here, but I think that helps you see the colors a little bit better. And I do feel like as the company says, says you define with the matte one, and this is giving me some cool definition. And of course you can use one or both by themselves, so that's fun. Now we're going to go back in with the solos, and this is the color Nelson. These are both matte, thank the Lord, and they're both creamy, and they're lovely. Oh, let's show you this now. So this has been on for, I don't know, 15-20 minutes. Hi, even though I'm sweating. Nothing. These don't move. Let's see the eyes. No, no creasing, no transferring, love. I'm going to go over with the fat side here. And for this, I'm going to get my big mirror out because I want to hold my eye in position like this. And I'm trying to get by the lash line and up a little bit and give myself a little bit of a crease. And this is a very light hand that I'm using. But obviously you can go in with a heavier hand. And my finger right here is kind of giving the end point. So it's not going out too much. What do you think? I have to see it. A little bit of something something. I'm giving myself a little bit of a crease. You can connect them a little bit, but I think you could easily go evening with this and do a little bit of lining. But this is more day. And then if I want it a little bit lighter up here, go in with my finger. Now, I am going to go with the other side. And I tried this the other day. I'm not somebody who likes doing liner underneath. I think it makes me look crazy and older. But I'm taking some off on my hand. And I'm just going to do a dot. And I start on the outer side because there's more product on this right now. And then go under the pupil. And now very lightly with the finger because I don't want to line necessarily. And there we have a little more definition, but I think it can work for daytime. I'm going to do the other side. But I do love these. I think they'll travel like a dream. Also, if you wanted to, you could go over with, I think I did too much. You could go over with something like Victoria Beckham's Sparkles and just do something super pretty and sophisticated and more on the subtle side. Okay, so now I made a mistake. I went much heavier on this side. So we're just going to give it a go and see just how workable this is. But first I need to clean my fingers. And let's see if I can work this out if I've gone too heavy. Okay, so what I've done here quite inadvertently was giving you a slightly darker look, right? More for evening, although because I'm so hooded and my eyes are open, you don't see the difference. This, more for daytime, and I just really like this side a lot. But if I was going to do evening, let's go for it, right? I have my tear duct gland protrudes right here, and it's very hard to work with. Oftentimes it looks like there's no shadow there when I actually do have shadow there. But I can shear out really, really well. And if this brush was clean, I could show you how you can do this little buffing situation and make this up here more seamless, more diffused. Just kind of patting it. You know what I'm going to do? I mean, since we're doing it, I'm going with my finger instead of the brush. Yeah. I think this is actually better. That you use the brush when you want something a little more sheer, or if you want to blend out up here. But now this is fantastic with the finger. What a simple freaking evening look. Sophisticated and simple. Okay. I'm going to do the other side. I'll never get them to match. All right, this is the second time that I've used these, but the first time I've used them sitting down here. I've been playing with them in the living room, actually probably a couple of times. And I really like this idea for an evening look, but I will say these set up pretty fast. So you need to know what you're doing, or you're going to have to play with it maybe a little bit more than you want to. And I'm just going to do a little bit more. You know what I think? I think if you're going to use two colors at the same time, do one and do the other, and then go to this eye. Do one, do the other. But since this had the opportunity to set up for such a long time, I had a problem with this eye. This eye was great, and it could be because this eye has issues. The tear duct is protruding, the eyes are different, and this one I always have, I feel, a harder time with. But I do think there's a little bit of a learning curve. You have to figure out if you're going to do both colors. I think probably a mistake for me to do all the other makeup that I did and talk and put on the lipstick and the blush and all that. And maybe it was too dry to work together so much. But still, nonetheless, learning curve aside, I think this is a very sophisticated, easy, elegant kind of, dressy, fancy evening look without bling. There's no sparkle going on here. It's all matte, but I think it really, really works. So let's go over all of it. The blush, I think the blush is lovely. The powder is lovely. Again, I use Squirrel. Where is she? My Hakuhodo. And maybe that makes a difference because somebody said they didn't like their eyeshadows, and I guess assumed that their blushes might be the same. And I don't know anything about the eyeshadows. I haven't tried them. Dealing with the eye, I can say, though, is very different than dealing with the face. And I think it's nice. The lip color, I have a feeling, let's put a little bit more on now that my eye look is so strong. I have a feeling I have this. I do. I could be wrong, but I think it's very possible that I already have this. Let me know what you think. Can I pull off this particular color? Because it's so outside my wheelhouse. And the eyes. I really like these. I think there could be a learning curve. How fast you want to do one after the other. But I think they're kind of genius because they do set up and they stay. And if you are someone where things transfer or you get creasing, you have oily lids, you need to give these a try. And the mascara, I think super, super pretty. I still have so much more on this side than this side. Okay, I just did a little spot cleaning on this brush because of the nature of this shadow. It's working so much nicer now. I think that you have to clean your brush every time because this is an interesting texture and it's just going to set up on the brush just like it sets up on your face. Okay. Now, little trick. I've noticed I have a bit of shadow right here, and I think that's partly why this eye is looking so much larger because I have a little darkness right here, and I'm going to try to put it right here as well. It's just a hint. Little tip, and it worked. And you guys, that is going to wrap up today's video. I'm very pleased with this look for evening, and you saw the look for day. And I hope you like it too. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to thank you for being here. I hope it was helpful, and I hope you come back again until we meet again. Be safe and smart, and I'm wishing you good health.